second semi-final. And as you can see on our left, Lin Junju.
Red, blue for you.
Three games in the quarter-final. Otherwise, they've had a very impressive route to the last four. Let's have a look at Wang. Only that game against. Here we go then, three semi-finals in the books across the men and women's draw. This is the last of them. Good start from the favourite. What a swashbuckling start. Wang ranked number 2 in the world. Picked up the top ranking spot in the middle of 2023. Has since dropped a place. Lin pulling back a couple of points. He's been ranked as high as 5 previously. That was in 2021. Number 11 in the world now. Fourth in the singles event in the Olympic Games. Bronze medal in the mixed doubles. Wang Jin imposing his will here early on. On the Youth Olympic Games in 2018 against Wakatsu Harimoto, who's competing here this week. Good effort to spread the ball around the table from Lin, but couldn't execute. And he arrives at a juncture in this opening game where he must put points on the table. Gusto on the first of his two serves. Let's see if he can close the gap to 2. Two serves to come for Wang Chuqin. Pushes that one over the line though. Staved off a couple of critical points, Lin, there. Now 2 serves of his own to come. 2 behind. Needs both of these, really. Gets the first on a wild forehand mistime stroke from Wang Chuqin. Done a great job in reeling this back. He's got to face 2 serves from Wang. Picks off the first of them. Gives himself game point. Turns away with fist clenched on Wang's serve. Well, it's about this time that Wang Chuqin might start to be a little concerned. Big swing and a miss there. 2 love down in the second game, having lost the first. Almost fell over with his enthusiasm to bury that forehand drive. The lefty managed to execute. What a start for the 23-year-old. Giving early indications that first game was not just a flash in the pan. 4-2 up, 2 serves of his own to come. Didn't look in full control of that though. Shakes his head ruefully. Wang keeping it tight. Still in charge, albeit with a little good fortune. Came to the sport quite late, at the age of 14. Took him barely a couple of years to play for the national team at the World Team Championships, though. The youngest Taiwanese player ever to do so. Wang Chuqin brings this one back to 6-all. The big gold medalist in mixed doubles with Sun Ying-Xia, who's already in the women's final. Oh, leaned into that one. It didn't look pretty, I must say. Lin is giving the world number 2 all of the trouble that he can handle here. Lin firing that back, but not getting any downward moving, or at least not sufficient downward movement. Double foot stamp from Lin. Himself, because once again he couldn't bring that down in time. Dropped over the apex, right over it. 8 all in the second game. 2 serves to come from Wang Chuqin. Leaning to his right from the waist. Left-handed drive down the line towards the apex. Textbook stuff. Beautiful shape to it. Very effective. One serve to come. If he gets this, it'll be game point.
Left, 9-8.
Tied at 9. Lin Yunju, 2 serves to come. 2 points for a 2-0 lead. Dismissively spanked away on the backhand, searching out and destroying that apex. Game point 1. 1-1. Square after 2 games. And an exhilarating rapid-fire opening rally in the third. These players willing to give an inch. Could make a good case for both having the bit between their teeth, thinking that perhaps they've got the upper hand. Gunning for glory, these two, but there's also the small matter of $60,000 to go to the eventual winner. 500 ranking points also on offer for whoever picks up the trophy. Will that be a pivotal moment? Look at the movement from well above the head, slamming that ball down. And serve to come from Lin, trails 4-5 in the third game. Tough to separate these two. Oh. Fist raised in the air for a prolonged period of time. That's what coach thinks about it. Hardly a big margin, 2 points, but it feels like a bit of a breakthrough. Although 2 serves to come for the player from Chinese Taipei. Had to scoot across to his right-hand side to give him enough room to get that forehand away. But really did move sharply, didn't he? Very agile player. And he has an 8-6 advantage now. 2 serves to come if he can keep hold of the ball. Game point to split these two. Wang Chuqin takes the
Last one.
Not for the first time, Wang turns away with that fist in the air for a prolonged period of time. It came right off the very edge. The edge of the surface, I mean. Completely legal landing, but there was no more space for that ping pong ball. Time out, Chinese Taipei. Lin Yunju trails 1-2 in games and 1-4 here in the fourth. No surprise then that he took a timeout just now. For everyone, for him to take the first game, 11-9. Went down in the second game by the same score. Wang Chuqin started to come back into his own by winning the third, 11-6, and now here he is with a sizable margin in the fourth. Absolutely needs these 2 service points. And the fact that he doesn't get the first of them tells you that this 4th game is really very likely going Wang Chuqin's way. The Shenzhen Universiade Center Gymnasium, packed full of fans looking for an all-China men's final. That's exactly what they're going to get in the women's final. Wang Chuqin, 10-3 up, and take a 3-1 lead. Can Wang Chuqin take this all the way home now? 3-1 up with the grand final beckoning, or can Lin Yunju, Chinese Taipei, pull himself back into contention here? There's that raised fist again. And the audience here dancing to his tune. Down the line. By reaction more than design, I fancy. Oh no, I think he was trying for it, wasn't he? Lent into it. His opponent a long way from getting anywhere near that.
5-3.
Wang looked down at his feet, and that the celebration that he and the audience shared at the beginning of this game now seems a long, long time ago. Oh, way to bring it back. On the service return, switching directions. And again, goes for exactly the same apex. Gives us that raised fist once more. And you may have noticed Lin had just jumped to his right as contact was made, so trying to anticipate that. Didn't work out at all well. Two serves to come from Wang at 5-all.
5-6.
Incredible resilience from Lin here. 7-5, two serves to come.
8-5.
And he's put himself in touching distance here of pulling back another game. Just when you thought Wang had all the momentum to take this home. Two points needed. And the next 2 points will come on Wang's serve. Pulls one back, crowd love it. But Wang knows there's still quite a way to go. Oh, it's exhilarating stuff from Lin. Now he has game point and two serves of his own to come. Wang slamming the first of the four doors that he needs to close. A little bit ambitious. Really wide. He's looking at a really short angle. As a left-hander, could he have taken that better perhaps with his forehand? Let's not forget though, he's a game down. For all his heroics, he continues to live on a knife edge because Wang only needs one game to close everything down. The clenched fist and a yell to the crowd, who will be backing him all the way here. Up the base, flick that backhand down the channel. And Lin couldn't absorb the power. Is there a look of resignation about that young face? 4 down, and Wang has 2 serves to come. Four becomes 5. Noticeable in that electric exchange that Lin was rooted to the spot, dragging his opponent side to side, and eventually garnered the point. It's only 1 among the 6 they've played, and Wang has a huge advantage here. 2 serves to come. Timeout, Wang Jin. We resume with an attempt clearly from Wang to put a stop on that upward trajectory that Lin was forming. From love 5 to 2-5. Job done. Oh, that's an unbelievable shot. On the return of serve, the left-hander driving that ball straight down to the apex on the opposite side of the table from where the serve came. Utterly clinical. Agility, athleticism on the far side of the table. Lin doing his best to keep the world number 2 honest. A bit of an anticlimactic finish to that spectacular rally. Wang Chuqin is 2 points away from a berth in the final. Six match points for the world number 2 to join Liang Jingkun in the grand final of the 2025 Asian Cup. And it's all over. It was a right royal battle, wasn't it? Through the final score. Wang coming through 9-11, 11-9.